What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How's it going out there in fish tank land? This is Joseph Harden from Aquatics, and I'm here to share with you all my fish keeping adventures, knowledge, and more. Now today I'm working with a new computer which is blazing fast. I have my Sony a6500 as my webcam, and I am using OBS. Now I was filming right up until this. I looked at my clock and I realized it was 2 o'clock. I think that Priscilla MK is still streaming right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it some time and chill here for a minute. I know that she was doing a little bit of a live stream this afternoon, and said that she was gonna go ahead and come over my way when I went live. Now I surprised myself. I wasn't really ready for this, but I was like, oh my lord, it's 2 o'clock. I need to be over here. Now, I don't see anybody in here just yet. I'm going to go ahead and do something real quick since there isn't anybody in here. Because I was filming, I haven't had a chance to change out the battery so that I have a full battery for this live stream. Let me go ahead and see what's going on here because I don't see anybody in the stream yet. And I don't know why I'm getting a bad, why it says that the stream is bad on the YouTube side, because it looks really good on this side of, on OBS. I don't look like I have any, any lag really. I haven't dropped any frames yet, but I'm going to go ahead and we will see what's up with all that. There is 16 people in here. I don't know why. Oh, I guess it's lagging. My chat is lagging over here on my side in OBS, but I do see that there's 16 people here. I need to open up a different chat box, I think, because that is not going to work for me. Let's see. This is all new to me. I'm trying to play around with it, and I probably should not be playing around with it. Let me go over here and get my chat box up. Yeah, my chat box is working over there. Everybody's up here in the chat. I don't know why my chat box is lagging on the OBS. I don't really even have it at all. So I'm glad that I still have this other window open. Go ahead and pull this up on top of my live stuff, on top of my Streamlabs. What is up, Fish Tropic, Daryl Dimmer, Candy Overhauls, Big Easy. This should look a lot cleaner, right? Things are a little bit cleaner, and it should not be lagging. Now, let me know if there is a lag, but YouTube is giving me some kind of red light on its side. But according to my OBS, my Streamlabs OBS, I'm not showing one dropped frame yet, and I'm showing that I am running. I'm running my CPU pretty high, but that's fine with me because it's a pretty fat CPU. Let's see. So one thing I have to do, everybody bear with me. I need to put a fresh battery in here. I've just been filming like crazy, like super crazy, like filmed a couple pieces back to back with the camera, turned around and looked at my clock, and it's... What are you doing over there, kitty cat? Are you breaking stuff? They got a little cat running around here. I'll have to show you guys that in a minute. The audio is off a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything about that right now. That's a bummer, but hopefully it will come back. Line back up. Let me go ahead. Is there a lag? Is there an echo in the that's what I'm curious about. If there is an echo in my audio, because it might be picking up something else as well. Let me go ahead and change my battery real quick so I don't have to think about that, because that's where I goofed up. I went ahead and went live, and I didn't switch out to a fresh battery yet. So let's do that super quick, super fast. And open up the screen so that the camera stays cool. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get back in business here. Okay. A little bit better. A little bit better. And I still don't understand why my chat isn't showing up. My chat in OBS. Like I said, this is all new to me. Working with the OBS. This is the first time I've gone live, publicly live on OBS, Streamlabs OBS. And for some reason, there's nobody. My chat. Let's see if it refresh my chat. See if I get anything in here. I have no idea why my chat is empty on OBS. So I have it pulled up in another window. Anyways, yeah, once again, sorry about the audio. If it is lagging a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just keep rolling with that because the audio has never been a problem for me before. What was that, Priscilla? It looks like Mile High Plecos. All right. Well, sorry I was a little bit late. I was filming away and totally lost track of time. But I'm here now. So yeah, I'm working with this new computer. It's really nice PC, and been just playing around with OBS, and I finally got hooked up. I kind of begged and cried about it long enough, and a friend of mine who is the owner and founder of the nonprofit internet service provider that we have here on the island that I've been working with since Hurricane Irma, went ahead and he hooked me up with 25 megabytes upload speed on my account, which helped me out a lot. Ashley, I'm not touching my white balance. It is what it is. I will figure that out later. Anyways, it's nice to have this new level of upload bandwidth. It really makes a big difference. But as most of you know, I've been working 2 jobs. For one, to pay for this new computer, which was a little over $2,000, and to make sure that I can afford to make it to the Aquatic Experience and just have the extra funds to get through all that and buy myself some goodies while I'm there and do what I need to do. So I've been working 2 jobs. Those 2 jobs are everything's about to change because it looks like that second job is about to be finished up, and then my first job, I'm looking at probably switching jobs. There's no one in here watching this stream that would even come near this stream that I work with, so I'm not worried about talking about it. But I am looking to resign from the company that I'm working for right now, and I've been offered a really awesome job at another company. Company car, credit card, cell phone, everything. Really hard to say no to it. Plus, it's more money an hour on top of that, and I get to make my own hours on top of that. So that will help out with YouTube. Right now, honestly, YouTube has been suffering. I have to apologize for that. I have not been making content like I'd like to because I have been working 2 jobs. I've been doing about 13 hours a day with about half an hour in between of driving time to get to the next job. So that's that. So I really do appreciate all of you that are being patient with me through this time. It really does mean a lot to me. My tanks are suffering too. If you can tell behind me, I've got one nice green tank. The 29-gallon bow-face tank is glittering with green right behind my head here, which is kind of annoying. I definitely have been having some problems with the shrimp tank and a heterotrophic bacteria problem. So I've been working on that, and that's a video I really want to, a subject matter I really want to make a video about, because balancing out heterotrophic bacteria once it gets in control of the water column is really not that easy. All I can do is add more oxygen to the tank, a little bit of UV light, but it's really an interesting subject matter, and it's going to take a lot of work. It's been months now, and I've been working on it. It seems every time I do a water change, it just makes it worse. It just like feeds this heterotrophic bacteria, and the other bacterias, the other nitrifying bacterias that like light really aren't even having a chance. I've tried to kick the light up as much as I can to help photosynthesis, to maybe help balance out the different bacterias. But I've been reading a lot. I've been getting some help from some of my viewers, but it is definitely an outbreak of heterotrophic bacteria that has taken over the water column and is eating up all of the oxygen and making it impossible for photosynthesis to take place in the tank. I'm obeying the rule of Ashley. Ashley. This is the rule of thirds. I'm on the third. I'm on 1, 2, 3. I'm not paying attention to you anymore, Ashley. Thank you, but I am paying attention to the rule of thirds. If I wasn't, I'd be in the middle over here. But I would not. I don't want to be in the middle third. That would be wrong. You're supposed to be on one of the outer thirds. That's the last I'm going to talk about that. Candy Overhauls, thank you so much for posting my Patreon link. I really appreciate that. In my swag link there for everything that I have going on there on Teespring. I do have a hashtag FishFam News t-shirt. I know that I have not been doing the news. I just filmed some stuff. I'm trying to do the news differently. So if you take a look, well, whatever. Tomorrow, I should be doing the news tomorrow. I'm trying to change it up and not do it on Sundays because I do miss some stuff that comes out over the weekend. A lot of content creators, just like me, work a job Monday through Friday. So majority of their content comes out on the weekends. So if I do the news over the weekend, I kind of am always missing some really good content that comes out on the weekend. And so my goal at this point is to do the hashtag FishFamNews, or I plan on changing the name of it too, because I don't want to limit myself to just the hashtag FishFam. I want to bring in a lot of other viewers in the hobby. So anyways, that's another part of it. But I plan on doing the news, releasing the news on Monday and filming the news on Sunday so that I can get some more of the content that comes out over the weekend. I don't want to miss that. Do you want me to, Ashley? Am I supposed to go over here even farther? I'm not. You know what? I'm over it. No, Priscilla, y'all are killing me. I can't do it. Anyways, what is up, Alexander? The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Benjamin P, welcome to the chat. It's good to see you in here. The Dutch Aquarist, what is up? Thanks for popping in. There's 32 of us hanging out in here. That is awesome. Red Dirt Cichlids. I love to just say RDC. It just rings like a bell, RDC. But Red Dirt Cichlids, thank you for hanging out. It's good to see you in here. Spoiled Fish, hello. How are you? Okay. Anyways, so I got some good stuff coming. I'm trying to put out a bunch of content before I make my way to the Aquatic Experience. It seems there's a few of you in here that will be there at the Aquatic Experience. I look forward to hanging out and meeting you all. If most of you, if some of you do not know about the Aquatic Experience, it is an annual convention, fish keeping convention. Obviously, last year it took place in Chicago. This year it will be in New Jersey. At the Meadowlands Convention Center. I will be there. I'm being sponsored by Daryl Dimmer, which is in here. I'll be rooming up with Daryl Dimmer. That'll be fun. That's where the party will be, in our room. And you're gonna be able to find me at either the YouTube booth or the My Aquarium Box booth. And I will probably be trying to, I'll be standing behind the booth from here or there trying to help out just a little bit. But I'll also be doing a lot of really awesome interviews with some serious hardcore fish keepers. It'll be a great experience in regards to looking at new products, meeting different companies, and just seeing the new stuff that's out there. I'm definitely going to take a look at a lot of lighting. Definitely interested in lighting. Anyways, let's see here. 1 second. Oh, you can see the little kitten, the new cat, and Jasper wants to go and see what's going on. The kitten's enjoying the fish, which is scaring me because I am afraid of the future. Jasper, be good. He's protecting my fish tanks for me. Anyways, so yeah, I'm definitely a little pumped up about the aquatic experience. I'm looking forward to it. No one is listening to me, right? Oh boy, Potato, how are you? It's good to see you here in the chat. I don't know if I said it already, but Matthew Moore Cichlids, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Anyways, yes, I don't know what else to say. I'm just happy that this stream is smooth and clear and crisp. I hope the audio is good. It's usually good, but Candy was saying that there's a little bit of lag in the audio, maybe. But yeah, I'm going to either be at the YouTube booth where you'll find a large crowd of YouTubers. We had plenty of us there last year, but I know that it's going to be crazy this year. I'm almost kind of scared. We're going to make a serious scene, that's for sure. We're going to be blocking the aisles. I will be there. I'll be arriving there 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. So I'll take some time to go into the convention hall early and help Greg Jones with the My Aquarium box set up his booth. And I'm also going to help out Flip Aquatics, Rob over there at Flip Aquatics. I'm going to be helping him out setting up his booth and setting up the YouTube booth as well. And I'll pretty much be staying in that convention hall until about 1 or 2 o'clock that night, just kind of helping everybody out and just wandering around and watching the other vendors and companies set up their booths. That's one of my favorite times. I love the behind the scenes stuff. I used to be in theater when I was in high school, and to me it was all about the behind the scenes stuff that no one else gets to see. So I really enjoy that first evening before the convention hall opens up to the public the next day. It's awesome to see what everybody has to go through, all of the hard work that everyone has to go through to set up their booths and get their products displayed. And then the other half of it for me, honestly, is the last day when the convention hall is shut down to the public at about 6 o'clock that evening on Sunday, and all of the exhibitors have to go through the hard work of tearing down their booths and trying to actually get rid of a lot of their products. A lot of these vendors, these exhibitors don't plan on bringing a lot of that stuff back. So there's a lot of awesome deals to the public before the convention hall shuts down, but after it shuts down and it's just the exhibitors tearing their stuff down in there, there's a lot of trading that goes on between people, a lot of things that are given away. There's so many plants that end up in the garbage, and I'm definitely going to be taking with me a suitcase, an extra empty suitcase to fill with plants. I definitely look forward to bringing some plants back. Now I'm noticing that my audio is like completely lagging. At least it is in my preview window here on OBS. I'll have to figure that out and why that's happening. Is my audio lagging in regards to my lips moving? It sure looks like it on my side. Let's see here. I'm watching the YouTube a window of my chat through YouTube because my chat box within OBS is not working, which is these are all just learning experiences for me. This is all new stuff for me. My lips are moving. Priscilla, I love you. Yeah. I kind of just asked for that one, didn't I? Mile High Plecos, I do have a box set up for you. I am taking the day off of work tomorrow so that I can ship out a few boxes, and one of them will be a box of West Indian almond leaves for you. I have all that bagged up and ready to go. I'm sending a t-shirt out to Corey, and I'm working on getting some of these shrimp out for Priscilla MK. And I'm also going to take a trip over to the Big Island to buy a new shelving unit so that I can set up my 4 10-gallon aquariums in my kitchen. And then I can that'll help me out with just a little bit more room for fish. I want to go out and collect some wild guppies here soon. Oh man, I'm getting it today. I'm getting it handed to me today. Anyways, yes, I'm going to collect some local wild guppies. Greg Jones from my aquarium box is looking for some wild guppies from me, and who is it? Rack from River Life wants a colony of local wild guppies, and who was the other one? I think it was Pet Tech. He's looking for some guppies for me as well. Yeah, yeah, thanks Candy. Yeah, for real. I can always take I can always take moderator privileges away from people. FYI. Oh boy. Yo, Priscilla, she's hot on it today. Wow. Oh boy. I had some people that wanted me to bring some of my local wild guppies with me to the Aquatic Experience, but I don't know that I'm going to get away with putting those in my luggage and bringing them to the mainland without having them confiscated. I don't know the procedure for that, and I'm pretty sure I'd probably lose them. I'll be lucky to get plants back here in my luggage. I'm not checking anything, Ashley. I'm in the middle of a live stream. And Streamlabs OBS is enough for me right now, and the fact that it's not working properly is also really annoying. So yeah, I got some cool stuff coming up. I definitely am setting up this new rack, and I'm kind of gonna call out my Indler breeding program that I have going on. I'm gonna call out a lot of those Indlers and take them to my pet store where they will probably end up being feeder fish for whoever buys them. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I also want to, let's see how this works. Ooh, does that look good? That's interesting. I'm changing things up. And let's see about that. Can we do that? Oh, we can do that. And move that over there. How about them apples? How does that look? Anyways, there I go playing around with things. And I do want to say thank you to all of my Patreons. I feel like I've lost a few Patreons, probably due to not doing the hashtag FishFamNews and taking up a second job and the lack of content lately. But if anything, it's just me taking a little bit of a refresher, taking a step back, especially after being in Peru and having some pretty deep talks with Corey McElroy of Aquarium Co-op. I definitely have kind of taken a step back and just rethinking how I set up my my channel and the content that I create. And along with those two jobs, it definitely caused me to slow down a little bit, maybe overthinking a little bit. But it's all for a good reason, and it's all in hopes to create better content for you here in the future. Where did that chat box go? Because I know I'm probably getting... I don't want to miss getting trolled by Ashley and Priscilla. Oh... Yes, this little kitty cat is an awesome, precious little thing, but just trouble. I know everybody would rather see the cute kitties. These are the cute kitties. They're the cute. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi to all of the peoples. Say hi to all of the peoples. Say meow meows. Meow meows. Oh. Okay, you got a meow meow out of the kitty. It's a half Siamese cat. I really couldn't say no to that. Cats are different than dogs, you know. Cats, like, dogs will do what you want them to do, and you can kind of train them. But the thing that I like about cats are cats do what they want. Like, you can be like, hey, kitty, kitty, come over here, and the cat's gonna look at you from across the room and be like, I don't want to. I kind of like being over here. Cats have a mind of their own. The only problem with that is I worry about my fish tanks. Now, Siamese cats actually do have about a 400-word vocabulary like a dog. So you can actually train a Siamese cat verbal commands in sign language like you can a dog. So that's kind of another reason why I like this cat, is that it's a very smart cat. And the cat is actually not even adoptable size or age. This cat was a rescue from the ACC. There were 3 in the litter that had survived and were at the Animal Care Center, which is a nonprofit. The ACC here we have here, the Animal Care Center. It's a nonprofit organization that takes care of obviously stray cats and dogs and things like that. So the one of the 3 in the litter actually was so weak that that she died. So there was the 2 left, and one of them is here now. But the cat definitely is not even adoptable in the States. It wouldn't even be at an adoptable age. It's 5 weeks old. But it's in for 5 weeks. It is really so calm, especially with the dog. They pretty much they get along. If anything, they want to play with each other. And I have a Chow pit bull, and I just worry because it wouldn't take much for that Chow pit bull to hurt that cat. So they just gotta keep it to a gentle playing, and I've had to deal with him a little bit on that. All right, is HC's out of here? Jesse's out of here. You have a good night at work, man. Don't work too hard. I'm a little distracted completely right now, I have to be honest, and just trying to play around with this OBS and get it figured out. And I'm kind of like distracted by watching the preview window and seeing that my lips are not moving at the same speed, that things look off and stuff like that. I'm trying not to be distracted by any of that, but I have to be honest, I am a little bit. And then the little kitty cat running around in the background. Anyways, let's see. And then I noticed also that, like, my subscriber count just has been at 26 and hasn't changed, which doesn't seem realistic either. Usually, you know, it's going to fluctuate a little bit more, not just stay at 26. So I don't know. I feel like the Streamlabs does have a little bit of some, like, errors to it, and it does tend to it's froze up on me a few times, especially playing with video sources. Totally is freezed up, doesn't respond, and shuts down. So I don't know what's up with that, but like I said, I definitely have some learning to do here with it. But it is nice that my stream is clean and that I can give you guys 1080p at 60 frames per second right now. That is really nice. But I'm totally open for questions. I'm definitely taking a look at the chat right now. So if you want to say anything, that's awesome. One thing, I have a lot of good people in here that I've known throughout my time here on YouTube. You know, I'm a little over about a year, and I'm looking at almost a year and 3 months here on YouTube. and I definitely appreciate all of your support. And I definitely look forward to continuing to do the hashtag FishFam News. And one question that I do have for all of you is what kind of content would you like to see? Now, I like to do the local the content on YouTube, the other content creators. A lot of people take that as a shout out, and I'm not trying to give shout outs when I do the hashtag FishFam News. I've always been trying to actually just show really good educational and quality made content that is being produced on the YouTube platform. But I'd like to expand it to all aquarium fish keeping news. And so I'm definitely really interested in what content y'all would be interested in seeing in regards to aquarium fish keeping, the aquarium fish keeping hobby. So please let me know. The news should be out tomorrow if I get it edited properly tonight. I haven't even looked at the content. So we'll have to see what it looks like. If it looks like garbage, I probably won't do it, but I'm using different software to film. I was actually using Streamlabs OBS to film, and so I don't even know what the content looked like, how it came out. I haven't had a chance to review it. I've definitely been I'm trying to put in news about the hobby and about fish keeping hobby in aquariums around the world in the United States. I incorporated that in the news that I filmed today. I'm definitely trying to incorporate new products, but a lot of those kinds of news, like world fish keeping and aquarium news and new products, are not going to come out every week. So I don't think that I'm going to be doing the news every week. I think that it's more realistic to do it every 2 weeks at best, because I want it to be full of good information and not just be shout outs to YouTubers on the platform. No offense. It really kind of limits what the news is about. It kind of it almost gets, and honestly, it gets a little boring for me. No offense. I mean, it's a lot of work to just scroll and search through YouTube and look at all the content. That is a lot of work as it is, but I just like to offer a lot more information in the news. I'd like to be a little fuller and have multiple segments to be a lot more like the real news. I do try to incorporate up and coming YouTubers. I definitely could create like a segment specifically about like younger up and coming YouTubers, but I always have tried to highlight new channels and especially younger YouTubers because they are the future in the platform and in the future of the hobby. I have thought about having other people presenting fish tropics, but that's a really touchy subject, and it's a difficult one to take on, because there's a lot of different politics in regards to that, as we all know, and how it could affect my channel and things like that. Benjamin Pete, you're definitely very right about that. You know, to me, YouTube, it's my way of giving back, period. I've learned a lot from YouTube, and not just in the fish keeping niche. And I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel so that I could finally be giving back to the platform and be offering some information. And, you know, my biggest passion besides cooking and food is the fish keeping hobby. So I chose this subject matter to be where my channel and what it would be about. But for me, it is also very much art, and I'm trying to learn every day new techniques in regards to editing and creating content and promoting myself and whatnot. But it is art for me as well. So if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not happy, so I have to be making content that I enjoy, or it's just not going to come out good as well. It's going to show in the content, that's for sure. And I think I was getting to that point when I was doing the news. It was starting to drag to me that it was just really just pushing other YouTube channels, and I didn't want to just be scraping something together. In some weeks when there really wasn't a lot of really awesome content, no offense, I felt like I was trying to like pull things together and make content when there really wasn't enough to even fill a segment as far as I was concerned. Because I didn't want to just, I'm not just doing shout outs. You know, if there's not good content that week, then there's not good content that really stands above the rest. So that's that. And that's another reason why if I continue doing the hashtag fish fam news, or like aquarium news, or the aquarium fish keeping news, as I might change the name of it to be, it really needs to cover other segments and cover world fish keeping news and products, new innovations, new medications, new foods, things like that. Let's see. The corner is boring. What am I in trouble for now? And this has not changed. I do not know why it hasn't changed. There we go. I refreshed it and now it changed back to 34. YouTube counter on my OBS has said 26 this whole time until I just refreshed it. I couldn't tell you how this thing is working and why it's doing what it's doing. That's for sure. I have to learn some things here. Let's see. I'm checking out the chat. I'm looking for interesting comments and questions. A cat video. No cat videos happening here unless it involves a cat falling into one of my fish tanks, which is not what I want. Real things for you. How are you? I'm still waiting for your shirt. I had a shirt for you, but it's not the right size. I have it here. So now I'm still waiting for this other shirt. I don't know. Teespring can really take more time than I'd like to get stuff to me. But I have your other stuff here. Do not worry about that. I'm just waiting for that shirt to come from Teespring. The right size. Let's see. Yeah, I plan on doing some more outdoor RJL. I definitely plan on doing some more videos. You know, my big thing is going out into the wild, honestly. It's just I've been working 2 jobs and working on the weekends, so it's really cut into that. But this next weekend, I definitely plan on taking a little trip. I might even be going camping overnight and going to some really, really intense spots, pretty treacherous spots where it might involve some rock climbing and some rope work and stuff like that to get myself to some of these spots to check out what fish are available in these locations. There's just some certain spots here on my island that I've always wanted to go to and search for aquatic life, different like just the wild guppies, just to see what the guppies look like in those locations and to see what other different kinds of shrimp and things that I can find in those locations, just to see the differences. So I plan on going out this next weekend and doing something pretty deep and intense. So we'll see how that goes. Dean's Fish Room, what's up, Dean Tweedell? Welcome to the chat. How are you? Let's see. I think that they have spawned even. I don't know if they if the eggs got eaten up yet or not. I put a couple of caves in the tank with them. But I'm waiting to see that happen. They definitely, the Apistogrammas, the Rubellianatus have definitely kind of like paired off, and they've gotten a little territorial about little sections of the tank. But I really do enjoy the way I have the tank set up. There's lots of really large, 2 really large rocks in there, and it clearly kind of breaks things up in the tank. So there's lots of little spaces, lots of little areas, so that they can kind of have their own little spots. And they're not really too aggressive with each other or fighting over the space in the aquarium. I just think that I definitely have been locking on water changes like I would like to have them done. So I think that might have an effect. The TDS is staying pretty low, but I really need to get this second job taken care of and switch these jobs that I have, take on my new job and resign from this other place so that I can actually have even more time for YouTube and for my fish keeping hobby. Because as all of y'all know out there, one tank is one thing, but when you start having like 15 or 16 tanks, it changes. It's a lot of work. And they all deserve the same amount of attention, that's for sure. Okay, it looks like the cat has ran off and gotten into trouble, so I really need to try to find her. Where you at, Stinky? Where you at? Where you at? Go. Go, come on. Come on. Oh boy. Yes. I had to save the cat from the shower. That thing is fine. Cats are so resilient, it is not even funny. It's like you don't even have to really worry about them. I gotta worry about my fish though, that's for sure. Alright guys, so I'm just happy to see that that I finally have my OBS running the way I'd like it to be running. I definitely hope that once again, how is the audio? Jasper, be good. Hey. Anyways, how is the audio working though? I am curious because Candy Overhauls was mentioning that it was kind of lagging a little bit. I'm curious how that is, how it's going, if it is actually still lagging or not. You know, I'm still just, like I said, I'm just testing this stuff out, playing it out, seeing how it goes. So I'm definitely very curious what it looks like on your side. This is another thing. This nice little coffee cup that I have with the fishes on it. I love this coffee cup. This was made by a local artist here, and I've been talking to her about creating a really nice custom coffee cup and doing like a limited edition of fish coffee cups that I would put on my website, or that I would probably just I might give away as gifts on my channel. So let me know what you think about that. But those would be really cool. I like the fact that it's locally made here on the island, and it's a quality cup. It's obviously my favorite coffee cup. And I did get for my birthday a Chemex. Jasper, be nice. My dog wants to really play rough with this kitten a little bit. At least they're playing with each other, and they're not fighting. Yeah, Dean, that's what Candy was saying, that the video is lagging just a little bit. I don't know what to do about that for sure. I don't know how to fix that. I guess I could go into the settings maybe and somewhere and kick up the bit rate of the audio. Maybe that's the issue. Because I didn't really think about that. I increased the bit rate of my video really high because now my internet is super fast. So I'm up to like 7,000 kilobytes per second, like 7 megabytes upload is what I'm pushing through. And but I don't think I went through and kicked up the bit rate of my audio. That could probably be it, so that it kind of matches the video. So the video is kind of moving really fast and spitting out a lot of video, but it's not spitting out a lot of audio to kind of keep up with it. That could be it. I'm not sure. So it's good to know though. Like I said, this is kind of almost like a test run. A little bit of a test this Sunday. Definitely a little bit of a test run. And I definitely want to, Dean, I definitely want to get you out some of those shrimp as well. My issue with these shrimp has been this heterotrophic bacteria problem that I'm having in this aquarium, and I have not been able to get it to balance out. Many people have told me don't do a bunch of crazy water changes because that's not going to help you to balance out the nitrogen cycle in that water column. So I haven't been trying to get real crazy on water changes, but it seems like nothing's going to get better if I don't do water changes. But if I do a water change, it doesn't help. Like the heterotrophic bacteria, it regenerates so quickly. It just the next day it's the water's opaque again. Like I don't know what to do. I'm very, very frustrated with that. Some people have been trying to help me out, but I need more help. I need to figure this out. So that's honestly been one of the major reasons why I haven't sent these shrimp out. I don't want to send out some heterotrophic bacteria, a colony of heterotrophic, like some aggressive bacteria out to somebody else. They shouldn't be putting that water in their tank anyways, but still, I don't know if the shrimp are carrying it somehow as well. So I'm kind of frustrated because that tank is kind of quarantined right now anyways. I don't switch anything, not a net or a hose or anything with that tank, in fear that I might spread it to some of my other tanks. But if anyone out there... Dean, I have your t-shirt. Your t-shirt is coming. Your t-shirt, I guess I'll just send it out. I was going to save Corey's shirt and just give it to him at the Aquatic Experience, but that is 3 weeks out. I'll probably I will just send it. It'll come to the Aquatic. I'm sorry. That shirt will get sent to the shop with Corey's shirt. It'll be in the same box probably. So I will have, there'll be a shirt in there for you as well. I have it here in the house. I ordered it specifically for you, man. Let's see. No, Dean, Fish Keeping Jamaica. Dean was my 4,000th subscriber to my channel. We were all sitting in Peru around the coffee table after dinner. We were all playing on our phones, doing all of our social media stuff, and I'm looking at my subscriber count, and I was like 3,998, I think, and I look at Corey and I look at Dean, and I'm like, Dean, are you subscribed to my channel? Oh, and I look at Corey and I'm like, you're subscribed to my channel, right? I was just thinking, I got these two guys sitting in front of me, and I'm 2 subs away from 4,000. And I think Corey went on to like the Real Fish Talk account, and he subbed me on the Real Fish Talk account, and Dean then subbed me. So Dean became my 4,000th subscriber. So I owe him a t-shirt as a prize for being my I can't even say that right. My 4,000th subscriber. There we go. Did it 3 times. But yes, we do need some videos from Dean. I want some cooking videos from Dean. I want some fish cooking videos from Dean. Honestly, I'd like a video or 2 of him cooking fish. Different ways that he likes to prepare fish. That would be really nice. But I would definitely like some cooking videos from Dean, and also some fish videos. I would really like some fish videos from Dean. Maybe some of his grow out tubs, the way he does his grow out tubs with the drip system, and the little Rubbermaid tubs, and just some of his breeding techniques. I don't think he wants to give away all his secrets to everybody real easily, but you can trickle out a couple of secrets and give some tips. That would be awesome. But I'm definitely looking forward to some content from Dean's Fish Room, from Dean Tweedell. Where are we at? Here's the. What are you doing up there? Climbing on the computers. Say meows, meow meows, meow meows. Oh, meow meows. I know. Say hi, everybody. Meow meows. Okay. All right. Go over that way. Go jump over there. Ah. Okay. Yes. Raleigh from Fish Keeping Jamaica. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely check it out. He's out of Jamaica. He does some really cool videos. He's got awesome grow out tubs out in his yard. Really cool guy. Yes, I filmed the news. I'm changing it up. I want to release the news on Mondays instead of Sundays because, like I said before, there's so much content that comes out on the weekends. When I was doing the news and releasing it on Sundays, that means I was actually filming it on Saturday and collecting content and researching up until that point. So I was missing a lot of the videos that come out on Saturday and Sunday, which is when most of us that have full-time jobs, Monday through Friday, get to actually release content. So I'm distracted by. Oh, I wanted to change that and move it. Where'd I put it now? Where'd that go? I wanted to move my little alert box because obviously my lower third is in the way. Filter Media, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Hey, psst, stop it. What are you doing? See? That cat's learning. It's learning what no is and what stop it means very quickly. Thank you again, Filter Media. I really do appreciate that super chat. I appreciate it so much. I totally lost track of what I was talking about. Dean's Fish Room. Hey, you need to stop it, crazy cat. Come here. Be a good kitty. Man, got little twinkle lights around the window, and the cat is really having a ball messing with them. They look like fun. Yes, I get that, but I don't want the cat to get electrocuted. Let's see, Dean. Checking out your comment there. You'd add 1 tablespoon of rock salt per gallon. Would be a good place to start. Are you talking about me in regards to the heterotrophic bacteria bloom? It's beyond a bloom. It's like it's a total outbreak. It's an epidemic in that tank. It's, as you can see behind me, it's truly embarrassing actually to watch it, and I've been fighting it really, really hard. So the problem with putting all that rock salt in there, you say it's a 20-gallon tank, tablespoon of rock salt per gallon. There's probably about 1,000, easily 1,000 yellow King Kong Caridina shrimp in there. Now I'm wondering if, oh, the salt we added in Peru. Right. Okay. I don't know what to think about this cat in the furniture. I can't even think about it. I can't even think about that. No, if Dean, if you have any ideas, any good advice on how I can try to combat this this heterotrophic bacteria bloom, it's definitely what it is. It's very aggressive. If I do a water change within 12 hours, it's back where it was. It's opaque again. You can't even, I got a UV light in there, and the heterotrophic bacteria in the water column is so thick that I cannot see the UV light in the back of the tank that's hanging in the tank in the back. It's really frustrating. Like I said, I'm not mixing anything with that tank. I'm not using, it's got its own net, its own hose and everything. I'm not I'm afraid that it's going to spread to some of the other tanks. But I just really do not know what to do. It's been going on for 2 months now, and it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse, and it's just, I know that heterotrophic bacteria sucks up all the oxygen, so I'm really worried for the way that it's, you know, it's going to affect the shrimp eventually. I could totally just do a blackout in that tank. I was told though that I needed to increase the light so that the nitrifying bacteria that actually uses photosynthesis will try to balance out and balance that heterotrophic bacteria out. I don't know. I could totally do a blackout and see if that'll help, but I didn't think that this heterotrophic bacteria used photosynthesis. I didn't know that that would actually make a difference. Dean, I think, is gone now. I think he left the stream because I was waiting for him to give me some really awesome advice. He's like the master breeder, fish keeper in my world. Let's see. Toki's Labshire. I am definitely doing a video on catching wild guppies. That's coming very soon. This next weekend I'm going out on a little adventure. I'm probably going to actually be going overnight camping into the bush, into the jungle, our subtropical jungle, and staying overnight and working and going over some pretty treacherous rocks and cliffs to get to some spots that I've been to before, which are not easy to get to, but I just really want to see what the wild guppies and the other invertebrates like are what they're like in these really isolated spots. I'm just curious what colors I'm gonna find on these guppies, and just see what it's looking like. So, oh boy, the dog is barking and is not gonna. If someone walks in the stairwell or something like that, the dog goes off. But anyways, let's see here. I'm trying to look through this chat and see what else I got going on here. Yeah, if anybody has any advice about dealing with heterotrophic bacteria, that'd be awesome, because I'm not really getting anywhere. I've tried many different things, but it seems like the best thing is that the nitrogen cycle needs to balance back out, and I'm not sure what else I can do to make that happen. Everybody tells me not to do too many water changes, but I feel like if I don't do any water changes, it's just going to get more and more opaque. It just gets stronger and stronger. I do have guppy fish. I do have a colony of the local wild guppies, which are in the tank behind me in the paludarium that I have behind me. If you can't even see that on the screen. But that paludarium right there. Okay, that worked. Yeah, that paludarium has the local wild guppies that I've collected here from the island. That colony's been in there for at least a year or so. Anyways, where is the clock? I'm trying to get an idea of what time it is. I know I'm over, and I should probably get out of here so I'm not continuing to just ramble. I got some other stuff to film today, and I definitely have to do some water changes today as well. So I'm definitely over my mark, about 5 minutes, so I should probably get out of here. Dean, I was waiting for you to come back with something. Let's see. A blackout. I definitely try a blackout along with water changes, which I've been doing lots of water changes. Small water changes. I've tried everything over the last 2 months. I've done big water changes until I was told not to. I was doing like 50% water changes, and that no water changes weren't doing anything. It seems if anything, it was just like replenishing, making the TDS in that tank right now is about 25. because of water changes with RODI water. It's really clean, but just not, it's just tons of bacteria. And I'm pretty sure that the snails had something to do with it. There were a huge outbreak of snails, and I don't know why the snails all died. I don't know if the shrimp were eating them, but the snails are gone. There's like just a handful of snails left, it seems. So I think that part of what was feeding the bacteria bloom were either the shrimp killing and eating the snails, and there being lots of leftover debris of snails. But that was in that tank I had a collection, a colony of local snails that I found here in the wild, and then they just had a huge outbreak in that tank. They were only in that tank. They're only in that tank at this point still. But so I really feel like the snails had something to do with it. Fish Keeping Jamaica, you take care. Have a good day. Yeah, they feed on the organic carbon. Heterotrophic bacteria feeds on the organic carbon, which is technically all of the waste in the tank. Glass Aquatics, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really do appreciate that. That is awesome. Oh, that's his other channel. Carbon, really, it's good to see you in here as well. I just noticed you're here in the chat. And Honeybee, if I didn't say that already. But Glass Aquatics, thank you for the other $10 super chat. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, no, definitely heterotrophic bacteria feeds on the organic carbons in the tank, and what I thought were the organic carbons were really just the dead shrimp or shrimp dying or being consumed by the snails dying and being consumed by the shrimp, or the waste from about 1,000 plus shrimp in the tank. But I've been hoping that things would just balance out, seeing how all the snails are kind of like balancing out and have died off and balancing out. I don't know what to do with it. But the last thing I would do is a total like tear down of the tank, because that's like the worst thing that you could do for it would just totally damage the nitrogen cycle. I'm not going to get anything. My goal is to try to balance out this nitrogen cycle and get things back in order. But I will definitely try that out. Someone has mentioned to me as well that I should put a carbon filter on the back and try to see if the carbon filter, an active carbon filter, would help to absorb a lot of the excess organic carbon in the tank and kind of starve out the heterotrophic bacteria. But this is definitely a subject matter for a video for sure. The only thing is I would love to have a happy ending to that video and actually show some actually get rid of this bacteria in the end and balance this tank back out. That would be really nice to see that happen. Yeah, and I think what's happening is Dean, I think that these yellow King Kong shrimp are really aggressive, and I have seen them attack and eat snails, and I think that they are the reason why I really have no more snails in this tank is because they're being consumed by the shrimp. I don't know why that message was retracted. Oh, he retracted that message. I thought somebody else deleted his message. I've tried to use that polyfilter before, and it definitely did not help with this intense of a bacteria bloom. It's really intense, so it definitely didn't do anything at all. Glass Aquatics, I definitely tried that though. The polyfilter will work in certain situations. I would use polyfilter when shipping fish or something like that to help absorb some of the ammonias and nitrites and stuff like that, but it really doesn't help. It's not helping with this intensive a bacteria bloom. This heterotrophic bacteria is like completely in control of this tank right now. It's soaking up all of the oxygen in the tank. And yeah, I don't know what else to do, but I would like to try. I will try adding some salt. I've even tried to see if EM erythromycin would kick off, would help break down some of these, some of the bacteria, some of this heterotrophic bacteria, and kind of shock the tank with erythromycin, and that did not work either. It's just a really aggressive form of bacteria in that tank. And I think, like I said, I think that all the shrimp had something to do with it. I mean, sorry, all of the snails had something to do with it. And probably the amount, the population of shrimp is the reason why there's so many hungry shrimp, and they killed off all the snails. And then the other option, yes, was to chemically kill it. Somebody mentioned something like vodka, dosing the tank with vodka. I'd definitely be willing. I've tried to, like I said, I tried to use erythromycin. I've also tried hydrogen peroxide in certain amounts, but I'm not trying to kill my shrimp. I've got shrimp of all sizes in there, at least 1,000 plus shrimp in that tank. I couldn't get the whole bottom of this tank has got plants in it, and even with the lighting the way it is, the plants are all still surviving. But I have grass all along the bottom. There's really no way, and there's thousands of shrimp. I could never vacuum this tank, gravel vac it or anything. I'd be sucking up thousands of shrimp by doing that. So there is no real way to clean this tank or to clean the detritus out of the substrate. It's really being forced. The way it's set up is it has to naturally just get itself balanced out, which is fine too, because that's how I want to learn. I want, I want to do it the natural way. I want it to balance itself back out. I'm not trying to. To me, there's no quick fix. But I'd really like it to just happen naturally. Thanks, Dean. Right? I'll remember that. Anyways, I am completely over my mark now. I'm trying to keep my streams to an hour and not really go over, but I'm about 12 minutes over. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. There's still 30 people hanging out in here. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Dean, for all of your advice. If you find any other cool information that might be able to help me, go ahead and Facebook message that to me. I'm going to do another water change on it today. I will try to kick up the salinity a little bit, and I totally have room for that because I'm giving them RODI water, so I have room to throw some salt in there and not really make the water too hard at the same time. So I'm definitely going to try to do that and see where that goes. I'm not going to continue to use hydrogen peroxide because I don't know that that's helping. I think that's just killing more snails and making it worse. I don't know. Anyways, I could ramble on about this. But yeah, if anybody has any advice about the nitrogen cycle, anybody who's watching this not live or anything like that, go ahead and leave me some comments below. Also, anybody out there, if you have any... let me know what you'd like to see on the Fish Fam news, on the aquarium fish keeping news. Any subject matters, any kind of segments that you think would be interesting in incorporating into the news. Please let me know. I make this stuff for you guys, so it's really important that that I hear what your opinions and what you would like to see for sure. Otherwise, I'm just not going to continue to do the news. I want it to be chock full of goodness and education and good information, not just shout outs to up and coming YouTubers. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for those two $10 super chats, Glass Aquatics. And I look forward to my content this week and my live stream next Sunday. Thank you again. I appreciate everything. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.